Hello everyone, Delius Magne here from Edmonton, Canada, and it's my pleasure to be your Bible teacher for this special telecast. What I just want to talk about in this telecast is the fact that the believer is a seed of Abraham. That means in the believer, what is happening in Christ Jesus is that sequence of growth, the seed in Abraham, is now reproducing itself. So a seed is a definite sequence of growth that is capable of reproducing after his own kind. So for the believer, what one of the reasons why we were or we are vividly described as the seed of Abraham is because that is the sequence of growth plugged into our spirit in Christ that is now reproducing itself in this modern day. So what the Holy Spirit does in the scheme of things as an intervention is to begin to show you where you are within the Abrahamic value chain. So essentially, what the believer is doing today is that the believer is living out his own version of the story of Abraham. And because we understood the steps of the faith of our father Abraham, what is happening today are also demands for you to repeat those same things. Remember what happened between Abraham and Isaac, that Isaac had to dig again all the wells dug in the days of Abraham that the Philistines stopped. So you see, one of the things the enemy does in every generation is to put sand in the wells of Abraham. And what people of faith do, like Isaac did, is to begin to dig those wells again. So it does not matter what is happening to you, it does not matter the challenge or the challenges you are facing now. What those things are doing once you are in Christ is to give you an opportunity to play the Abraham version, your own unique Abraham code, your own unique Abraham version. Because you see, you are a seed of Abraham. That sequence of growth to walk in the steps of the faith of Abraham and by the opportunities that faith will afford you to begin to reign in life, it is still there and it is still possible. So once you begin to understand that, hey, what is happening today is that life is placing a demand on me for me to act out my own unique version of my Abrahamic story, then you are beginning to have upper hands in the scheme of things. So it is important for us to understand that all that is happening is as a seed of Abraham. At some point also, you have to come out of the known to the unknown. You have to do everything Abraham did. So what life is asking you part time is for you to bring forth your own unique version of the code of Abraham that is within your spirit and express it. Because the Lord already said to Abraham that it is only through this value chain that all the families of the earth will be blessed. That means every time there are challenges and it's as if one is not activated rhythm and the dynamics of the blessing. What you need to do is to pause and look at yourself vis-a-vis the steps of the faith of Abraham, and by the intelligence of the spirit begin to understand where you are, what steps you need to take. Maybe you need to come out of your father's house. Maybe you need to trust God again for a land or a business opportunity that He will show you. Maybe you need to take your Isaac to Moriah. Maybe you need to circumcise. See, every of those steps of faith Abraham took, they are very much alive today, and that is why we need the ministry of the Spirit to interpret accurately and to tell us what step we need to take part time so that we can unlock the blessing of Abraham. So it is important for you to know that the definition of the Christian faith and whatever you are going through is that life is throwing challenges to you so that you can act out your own unique Abrahamic story and your own version of that story because you are a seed of Abraham. And whenever you interpret accurately the step of faith you need to take, and that step of faith is as it was revealed to you by the Spirit and is found within the Abrahamic value layer, it will amaze you that things will begin to happen. It will amaze you that you too, you begin to be all that Abraham became and much more. Because, like I said, life is just throwing demands at you so that you can bring forth your own unique Abrahamic story. And as you do that, by the intelligence of the Spirit, you will see that again, Abraham is alive. That story is not just some historical thing that we were told. It's still something that is alive today. That was how Christ conquered. He also had to come as a seed of Abraham. That means that unique program is within your spirit. And every time life is throwing challenges at you, just by the Spirit, ask yourself, what version of that Abrahamic model do I need to bring forth? And as you bring forth the accurate version thereof, you'll begin to realize that things will begin to move the way you want them to move. And the ultimate expression of that value chain of Abraham is Christ. And that is a dimension in which death is conquered. There's a dimension in which you experience resurrection power. There's a dimension in which all needs are met. And that's the direction in which you are now, on the account of understanding your place in Abraham, and between that Abraham and Christ, you are creating faculties and dimensions too that will increase the knowledge of God on the face of the earth and advance the cause of God on the face of the earth. And as you begin to do that, you will realize that you are now an Abraham in your generation, and you are manifesting, the deeds and the works of Abraham, and faith is made alive, the spirit is real, and before you know it, we can read your own version of Abraham. Thank you very much for listening to this. I hope that has blessed somebody. This is Daniel Shumagneya signing out and saying, be a father to many nations today. God bless you. Bye.